Good afternoon, Ms. Bridgewater. Hope you're doing well this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Same to you.
Thank you. The SAP reset date, please.
You know what? We're not going to have it on a Tuesday because that's going to be Veterans Day. So we're going to move it to Thursday, November 13th.
Okay, thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started as soon as courtroom 2 gets on with us. Thank you. Courtroom 2, let me know when you all are ready to begin, please.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm gonna start with the consent people first, if that's okay with you.
Yes, that's fine with me.
One moment.
I don't have a list of consent, so somebody's going to have to let me know which cases are by consent.
Your Honor, is ACDC on yet?
I don't see them, Mr. McLean. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm going to keep trying them. There's been some changes in phone numbers, but if anybody sees anybody at ACDC, ask them to call courtroom number 2. Thanks.
Well, Isaiah Coleman.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm here for Isaiah Coleman.
Okay, we have a large calendar this afternoon. We'll get to Mr. Coleman when we can. When we sound for him, I will ask for input from anyone that's would like to have some inputs this afternoon. Happy to have you here, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, this is position 1. Everybody I'm naming is gonna be consent, by the way, as well.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Anderson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation calendar that we're conducting by video. For everyone that's there, You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. We're providing you with the assistance of a public defender or conflict defender this afternoon if you do not have a private attorney and wish to utilize their service. Mr. Anderson, you have been charged in case 25 CR 006683Y with simple battery family violence. It's my understanding that there's been a consent agreement for bond in this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Judge,
Yeah.
I just logged on. Which case are we on? I just got on.
Okay, Mr. Rhodes, we're on position number 1. It's my understanding that it's a consent.
What's the name?
Anderson,
Yes, there is a consent on Anderson.
Okay, you want to put that on the record for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me 1 second here.
And counsel that's in courtroom 2 there, can you tell me, can you identify yourself for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Stephen Abraham Ahmed on the behalf of the Public Defender's Office.
Tell me the last name again, I'm sorry.
Abraham Ahmed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ahmed.
Definitely.
Yes, as it relates to position number 1, Alexander Anderson, the consent bond is for a signature bond, a $2,000 sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1 supervision. We're asking that there just be no further violent contact, and so they could still have contact, but no further violent contact. I believe the name is Imaji Felder. It's spelled Ymaghe Felder, Felder. And Ms. Felder is the cross defendant in this case as well. We're asking that the 24-week family violence intervention program to go towards a diversion resolution of the case, no further violations of the law, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond.
That's your understanding, Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you'll get the consent bond to Ms. Bridgewater, she'll get it to me. Good luck to you, Mr. Anderson.
And Mr. Ahmed, I will sign with your express permission and get it over.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
next is Mr. Ginaldi, add-on number 6.
Good afternoon, Judge Shane McKean for Mr. Ginaldi.
Good afternoon, Mr. McKean. And it's my understanding that this is a consent as well.
Your Honor, there's a proposed consent. I haven't had an opportunity to speak with counsel, Mr. McKean, but I do have a proposed consent. Obviously, I sent them to the public defenders and the conflict defenders, but I can't place it on the record.
Okay, Mr. Ginaldi, good afternoon. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006719G with simple battery family violence. Go ahead and place it on the record. If Mr. McKean doesn't agree, then we will do this the normal way. So go ahead, Mr.
Fair
Rhodes.
enough. Mr. McKean, the proposed consent bond is for a $2,000 signature bond, sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1. No further violent contact with Ji Kwon, that's spelled J-I and then Kwon. So we're not asking for no contact, but with no further violent contact. We are asking for 3 anger awareness classes and no further violations of the law. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. The 3 anger awareness classes will be through pretrial services. And that is the state's recommendation for the consent.
Mr. McKean?
Judge, we have no issues with that.
Okay, if you will also get that to Ms. Bridgewater, she'll get it to me. Good luck to you, Mr. Ginaldi. Anything further this afternoon, Mr. McKean? I guess you can get in touch with Mr. Rhodes so that you can get that consent bond signed.
Yes, sir. I'll message Mr. Rhodes directly.
And
Okay,
Mr.
thank
McKean,
you.
if I can sign on with your express permission, I'll do so.
Yes, please, you may.
Thank you.
Excuse me, but what was that amount?
2,000,
2,000, thank you.
level 1. You're welcome.
Have no further business before the court, Mr. McKean. You're free to go this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Next
Do
is
we have-
position 11, Mr. Jones.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jones. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006686C with criminal trespass and fare evasion. It's my understanding that this is a consent as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Stipulations or whatever the judge tells you, or your conditions of bar.
For Mr. Jones, we're asking for, I'm sorry, this is for Anton Jones?
I have position 11 as Mark Anthony Jones,
Okay.
criminal trespass and fare evasion.
Yes, sir. Mark Anthony Jones is a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. Stay away from all MARTA stations in compliance with the MARTA suspension. Needs to meet with a social worker. No further violations of the law. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
How is the 1,500 broken down between the two charges?
Yes, sir. It is broken down to, well, let me look again, Judge. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I can provide it for you. Fair evasion is 500 and the criminal trespass is 1,000.
Thank you.
Okay, and that was the agreed upon consent, Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Jones.
Next is position 18, Mr. Reeves. Never mind. Yeah. Hold on, Reeves. Hold on. I'm sorry, Your Honor. We can go to add-on number 5, Mr. Fallings.
I agree with you. I agree. And I believe that outdoors inspiration, so I don't think we can.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fallings. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006714C with simple battery, family violence, and disorderly conduct. It's my understanding that this is in consent as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the terms?
As it relates to Mr. Fallings, the terms are
Very good.
$2,000 sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1.
James, those
That he has no further violent contact with Katabula, that's spelled Katabula, McDowell. That he undergo 24-week family violent intervention program towards a diversion resolution. No further violations of the law. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
How's that broken down between the two charges?
1,000 on the simple battery, family violence, and 1,000 on the disorderly conduct. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Is that your understanding, Mr. Ahmed?
Your Honor, we did have slight discrepancy. I believe there was an option for a 3 anger awareness classes instead of the 24-week FFIT program.
That there was, so if that is what he would rather do, I'll type in 3 anger awareness courses. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, that's all.
Okay. Good luck to you, Mr. Fallings.
Great, thank you, Neil, bless you.
You as well.
You can go to position 13, Mr. Eden.
Good afternoon, Mr. Levy. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006688G with criminal trespass. There's a consent as well.
And forgive me, Your Honor, I missed the name on this one.
Position 13, Alexander Levy.
I don't have that. 1 second.
I believe it came from
It's my case, Judge. I'm sorry. Mr. Levy. Mr. Levy, we are asking for a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1, that he stay away from the Holy Redeemer Catholic School and that he meet with a social worker. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond would be our agreement.
Is that your understanding, Mr. Ahmed?
yes, it is, Your Honor.
Very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Levy.
Next is add-on 1. Ms. Bush.
Good afternoon, Ms. Bush. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006717H with simple battery family violence. I believe there's a consent as well.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, there is. As it relates to Jalen Bush, this is a $3,000 sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1 release. The terms is to have no further violent contact with Miss Rebecca Bush, the mother, there'd be a parental cosigner, and that there'd be a curfew between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., that there'd be no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And it does appear that Miss Bush is on, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Bush. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. I'll need for you to unmute yourself.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, is Ms. Bush going to be the parental cosigner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so, let's see, is that your understanding, Mr. Ahmed?
Your Honor, our understanding was it was going to be her father from talking to the client.
And I'm here, Your Honor.
That's
Oh,
not her
okay.
father. That's
And-
not her
and-
father, but or legal guardian. I just had to get a TPO on him for all three of us.
That's another one of my kids right there next to her. And then Jalen's grandmother is Jasmine Superville at the top.
Okay, so, Mr. Ahmed, I can't work out all the family dynamics as far as who's gonna co-sign her out, but
I am her
If
only
it-
legal guardian.
That's not a good environment. She really wants to come with me, Your Honor, if that's possible, or go with my girlfriend or her grandmother, Miss Jasmine Superville. She's on Zoom too also.
okay, so this is only a bond hearing this afternoon. All the other family dynamics, you're only gonna have to work out in another court. How old is Jalen?
17.
17, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. I don't believe that pretrial requires a parental cosigner anymore. So I'm not gonna require a parental cosigner, Mr. Rhodes.
Okay,
I'll let the family work it out in a different court. Is that fine with you, Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay.
I've taken
All
that off of the bond order, Your Honor, and I just kept the curfew.
Okay, so you all have to work this out amongst yourselves in another court. I will accept the consent order between the state and council there. All right, good luck to you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Still is a text message. All right, take it up, Chad. Check. What was?
Three? Sign on. Okay. Sign on bond.
Your Honor, you can go to position 3, Mr. Billinger.
And courtroom 2, you will let me know when we're done with the consents, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Ballinger. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006695B with simple assault family violence. Yes, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor, as it relates to Mr. Ballinger, the conditions are $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1 release. No further violent contact with Miss Emily Hedgecock. He is to undergo individual and family counseling for 2 months, and that is at his own behest. No further violations of the law. No alcohol or drugs or weapons while on bond. And the individual and family counseling is for a minimum of 2 months, but it will go towards a diversion resolution, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor, that's our understanding of the terms.
Very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Ballinger.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Next is position 18, Mr. Reeves.
I will find it somewhere.
Good afternoon, Mr. Reeves. You have been charged in case 25 CR 0066921 with theft by shoplifting. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial services at a level 2 that he stay away from King Clouds at 1622 Virginia Avenue, complete a law and decision-making course, have no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond.
That's your understanding, Mr. McLean?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Reeves.
What was that bond amount again?
1,500,
Or is static? I'm sorry, will you repeat that?
1,500.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Your Honor, that was all the consent bonds that I had for, over here. I believe ACDC may have one or two.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. I'll deal with those when ACDC comes on. Who do we have next?
We can go to add-on 2, Ms. Carthon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Carthon. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006731J with battery, family violence, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and battery. Good afternoon, Ms. Harvey. Is there a history?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. 4 cycles. The last arrest was October 27, 2018, with the Atlanta Police Department for theft by shoplifting. That was a no-lo and nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident did happen on October 26, 2025. Officer Leach was dispatched to a fight in progress at Martin Luther King Boulevard. Upon arriving on the scene, he did speak with Miss Maya Carlisle, and Miss Carlisle and her significant other at the time, who is at this time is Osahara Davis. They were meeting to exchange custody with Miss Carthon, the mother of Mr. Davis's child. And Miss Carlisle stated that Miss Carthon got out of her vehicle and started chasing Mr. Davis around the parking lot with a pink metal tool. Miss Carlisle advised that when Miss Carthon caught up with Mr. Davis, Miss Carthon began hitting him with the pink metal object. Miss Carlisle stated that when she got out of the car with Miss Carthon, she had the 5-year-old with her, the 5-year-old Mr. Messiah Davis. Miss Carthon then began to attack her, pulling out her hair and punching her multiple times. Miss Carlisle advised that Miss Carthon, did injure her during that particular incident. Both parties, Miss Carlisle and Miss Carthon, did decline Grady EMS. Mr. Davis, however, he did go to Grady because his shoulder was injured as a result of this particular incident. One moment, Your Honor. Sorry about that. The officers were able to locate a stored camera, and that camera was able to corroborate the events. They were able to see the attack by Miss Carthon. As a matter of fact, what they saw was that she had 2 instruments. One was the pink metal object, but also a crowbar that she attacked him, Mr. Davis, with. Essentially, what happened, Your Honor, was they did in fact arrest Miss Carthon for battery, family violence against Mr. Davis, battery against Miss Carlisle, and then the cruelty to children in the 3rd because of the minor child that was involved. Your Honor, I do understand that the last arrest for this particular defendant was in 2018 for theft by shoplifting. There was, however, a 2014 aggravated assault. The severity of this case, and given the instrument that was used, and we are asking for a surety bond. We're asking for a surety bond in the amount of $3,000, 1,000 on each count, 1,000 on the battery family violence, 1,000 on the battery, and 1,000 on the cruelty to children in the third. At this point, Your Honor, there should be no further contacts between the parties, and that is the Ms. Carthon, Janice Carthon, and then Ms. Carlisle, Jamia Carmel, and that's spelled Jamia, and no contact with Osahara Davis, spelled Osahara. We're asking that she does have to undergo 24-week family violence intervention program, or either at least 8 anger awareness courses in the alternative, and that there be a third-party transport as it relates to the child in this particular case. And that's the state's recommendation. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Ahmed,
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Carthon is 25 years old. She lives in Georgia since 2015. All of her family really is in Georgia, including her 2 kids. She has a 5-year-old boy, as talked about in this case, and a 1-year-old girl. Both of her kids do live with her and her current partner right now. She has a good address, Your Honor. She's been at that address for a good while now as well. Your Honor, Ms. Carthon is a hardworking mother of 2. She has been working to put herself through CNA school to be a certified nursing assistant at Promise Health. In fact, she's actually just 3 weeks away from graduating to be a registered CNA. She just even got a scholarship on Friday related to her education, but this whole ordeal has actually even caused her a skills test that is very much related to her program. She's been working hard in that as well, and even volunteers on the side for the same youth center, being Promise Youth Center, to demonstrate and being a good role model for children who and youth as well, who may have fallen on troubled times. Your Honor, she's willing to comply with any classes that are necessary. However, given the toll that this has taken on her, her education, and even her kids, a simple misunderstanding, Your Honor, what we're asking for is UJR signature bond, and if not, as lowest as can be, Your Honor.
okay, for the battery, a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. For each of the other charges, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Begin the family violence intervention program. No further contact with the alleged victims. Stay away from their residential address. Third-party transfer of any minor children for visitations. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Cawthorn.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe I said transport. I meant transfer. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. Your Honor, we can go to position 24, Ms. Victor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Victor. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006706E with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor, this is our first arrest.
Yes, Ms. Evans Battle.
Your Honor, we're asking for, in this particular case, it occurred October the 26th of 2025 at 651 Langston Drive, Southwest Atlanta. Ms. Sonia Victor did grab her sister's hair, ripped some of her hair out, struck her several times in the face, left visible scratches and marks on her face. We're asking for a $2,000 surety bond, no further contact with her sister, Kiana Lyons, that she stay away from 651 Langston Drive, Southwest Atlanta at this time. I'm not sure if Ms. Lyons is on.
If Ms. Lyons is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so, Ms. Evans Battle. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, Ms. Victor is 22 years old. That address is their mother's place. She is a customer service person in the arts. In her activities in the last 5 years, I usually ask for 5 years of jobs, but she's 22. Mostly in the last 5 years, she's been a student. She also teaches in a therapy situation with autistic kids. She has had 1.5 to 2 years of Kennesaw State. We would ask the court, considering that it's her first arrest, to consider a signature bond, please.
Does either Miss Victor or Miss Lyons live at the Langston Drive address?
I believe my client does, but if your honor needs that to change, she's young and has friends.
Okay, well, so you're telling me that, do you know whether Miss Lyons lives there?
I do not know if Ms. Lyons lives there.
And I'm not aware either, Your Honor. So we would
Miss
just.
Miss Victor's sitting right there. Can't you ask her if her sister lives with them?
Your honor, her sister was visiting, but does not pay rent there. My client does contribute to the rent. Both people don't have a place to go to temporarily. I mean, let me put it this way. I said that the wrong way. Both clients, both my client and the alleged victim would be required to scramble and make other arrangements. So it's hard for the court, I know, to figure out these equities, but if it turns out that Ms. Lyons is not staying there when Ms. Victor has a visit with law enforcement, then I would ask the court to order that she be allowed to stay.
Okay, it's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Ms. Lyons. As long as Ms. Lyons is not living at the Langston Drive or not at the Langston Drive address, then Ms. Victor can go back there. So I'll give her a one-time escort. If Ms. Lyons is not there, then she can stay there, or not living there, then she can stay there. If Ms. Lyons is still living there, Ms. Victor will have to gather her belongings and find someplace else to reside. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next is add-on 7, Ms. Mosley Day.
Good afternoon, Ms. Mosley Day. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006732A with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor, first arrest.
Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. As it relates to, one moment, Your Honor. As it relates to Ms. Mosley Day, computer is frozen here. There we go. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. I don't know if defense is aware, I do have a consent bond as it relates to Ms. Mosley Day. The state's recommendation as it relates to Ms. Mosley Day is a $2,000 sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1 release. We're just asking that she has no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and that she refrained from locking the victim out of the home. And the victim's name I will give to Your Honor is Your Honor, if you'll come back, I'll give you that name.
Do you want to give the name? Thomas Campbell.
Yes, that is it, Thomas Campbell.
Those conditions are fine. We would consent. The state or the court has my permission, my request to expressly sign my name to that consent order.
I see Mr. Thomas Campbell on the line. Mr. Campbell, if you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. You of course don't have to, but if you'd like to address the court, I'll need to swear you in.
I would, yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court?
I would just like to share with the court, Your Honor, that it's my deep desire to have my wife return home as quickly as possible. I'm extremely comfortable with her being home as soon as she can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being here, Mr. Campbell. As such, I will accept the consent agreement. If you'll get that to Ms. Bridgewater as well, we'll get it signed. Good luck to you both.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, there's a question, courtroom, to the amount.
What was the amount on the consent bond?
The amount-
$2,000.
Yes.
$2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1.
Okay, thank you. Next is add-on 8, Mr. Sutton. I believe his private attorney is Mr. Christian Wildsmith.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm present.
Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Wildsmith. Good afternoon, Mr. Sutton. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006713J with driving under the influence of alcohol, reckless driving, driving while your license was suspended or revoked, and fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. History out of Georgia and Missouri. Last arrest was out of Fulton County for driving while license suspended. June 6, 2024. That was a no-lo. Also have convictions out of Missouri from 2022 for driving while intoxicated. 2017, driving while license revoked. Displaying and possessing plates of another. 2014, driving while intoxicated. In 2013, littering, and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on the history alone, without getting into the facts, the state is asking for a surety bond. This is a DUI case, and we're asking for a total in the amount of $4,500. We're asking for $2,000 on the DUI, less safe, $1,000 on the reckless driving, $1,000 on the fleeing and attempting to elude, and $500 while driving while license suspended. That is a total of $4,500. Your Honor, we ask that he refrain from driving unless he has some kind of special permit to do so, and that he has no alcohol, drugs, weapons while on bond. And the state will determine whether or not, based on the facts of these cases, whether they need to be upgraded to the DA's office. We have not done so yet. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Wildsmith?
Judge, in terms of the IALA factors, Mr. Sutton is a resident here now. I know that you heard of some history from Missouri, but he has a home here. He's gainfully employed and works here, Your Honor. Obviously, there are no instances to threaten or intimidate. I don't have much pushback on the bond recommendation from the prosecutor. I would ask that you just lower it by $1,500, just taking off the $1,000 for the reckless, since it's kind of similar to the DUI, and the $500 for the license, and do $33,000 instead of $4,500.
I'm going to accept the recommendation of the state as far as the bond goes. So it will be $2,000 for the DUI, $1,000 for the reckless, $1,000 for the fleeing, and $500 for the license suspension. No driving without a valid license, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Sutton. Anything further this afternoon, Mr. Wildsmith?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good afternoon. Thank you.
To Judge.
Was that a surety bond, Your Order?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Next is position 6, Mr. Collier.
Good afternoon, Mr. Collier. You've been charged in case 25CR006696D with theft by taking. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 21 cycles. Last arrest was August 30th, 2025 at the Atlanta Police Department for driving while license suspended or revoked. No disposition was listed for this case, Your Honor, that appears to be open. There appears to be an open case out of Clayton County for burglary. That arrest date was December 10th, 2023. Convictions from 2016 for possession of tools, 2006 burglary, 2006 possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, 2002 aggravated assault and simple assault, and nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Evans-Battle.
Yes, in this particular case, on October the 25th of 2025, at 577 Wells Street, Southwest Atlanta, Fulton County, he did take property, which was 7 children's electric ride-on cars from the victim, Norfolk Southern. And there was a value as to all of them less than $1,500. Currently, he does not have a bond, and there's a co-defendant in this case. We're asking for a $5,000 surety bond, that he have no contact with the co-defendant, Christavius Smith, stay away from Norfolk Southern, located at 577 Wells Street, Southwest. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons would be our recommended bond at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Collier is 41 years old. He's currently between jobs, but he's worked at a funeral home in the past and has done warehouse work and is forklift certified as well. Your Honor, he's been in Atlanta, born and raised his whole life. His family is here. His mother, his sisters, really everybody, including his wife as well. He has 4 kids, a 10-year-old and 10-year-old. 10-year-olds are twins. He has a good address, Your Honor, where he lives with his wife and his kids. As to the community ties, he volunteers at his local gym and helps out there. Your Honor, as to the case and bond, we are requesting $1,000 surety bond.
She felt like classes were flying and she was welcome.
Okay, it will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with the co-defendant. Stay away from the Wells Street address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
To position 10, Mr. Anthon Jones.
Yeah. Big man. He's going back.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jones. You have been charged in case 25CR006703Y with theft by taking and forgery in the 4th degree. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. History out of Georgia, Virginia, and Florida. Last arrest was out of Florida, September 19th, 2025, for an out-of-state fugitive. There is a 2025 conviction out of Virginia for credit card fraud, and a 2007 conviction out of Florida for trespassing, and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, in this particular case, November the 19th of 2024, the victim, Teresa McGlashan, McGlashan Cole, had a paycheck that was delivered by FedEx to the wrong location. It was mistakenly delivered to 6533 Foggy Oak Drive in South Fulton. And the defendant in that particular case took the item when the check arrived and cashed it and signed his name to it as if she was allowing him to deposit the check, and used a mobile app in which to deposit into his regional bank. And we're asking for a $2,000 each for each charge and a surety bond for a total amount of $4,000, that he have no further contact with Teresa McGlashan Cole, that he not have any alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and not commit any further violations of the law.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed?
Your Honor, Mr. Jones is 36 years old. He has been dutifully employed at McDonald's for 5 years. Before that, he's worked warehouse jobs and forklift jobs and part-time, occasionally as well. He wants to, first of all, keep his job at McDonald's as well. And as to his ties to Georgia, he's been in Georgia since 2015, roughly, in Atlanta. His family is his family is all here in Atlanta and Georgia, Your Honor. He is actually the primary caretaker for his sister's 4 kids, which 2 girls and 2 boys, all under the ages of 18. And he has a good address right here in Georgia, and he lives there with his whole family, including, his the elder family, as well as the sister and the kids that he takes care of as the primary caretaker. He is very much tied with the community. He volunteers for his church groups, for his church's youth groups, 3 times a week. And as to bond, Your Honor, as to bond, Your Honor, this actually arises from kind of a weird situation. He was sitting in Broward County for roughly 29 days, and just before turned 30 days, 30 minutes before actually his release on dismissal from lack of being picked up, he was extradited all the way here to Fulton County. So he's been sitting in jail for quite a while, Your Honor. So we would request the lowest bond so he can get back to taking care of his kids and his job as well.
Okay, for each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from her residential address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Jones.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Officer Milton.
I
Next
would
is-
like to,
Hey, Miss Milton, can you call me real quick? I had put in the chat to call me.
nice to see you, Your Honor. Bye.
Call me real quick.
I'll see you later.
Next is add-on 9, Mr. Weems.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Williams. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006709C with disorderly conduct, theft by taking, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 2 cycles out of Georgia and 11 out of North Carolina. Last arrest was out of North Carolina, May 18th, 2025, for a DV protective order violation. There is a 2022 conviction for driving while license suspended. Appears to have a hold out of Carnesville, Georgia. Appears to have open cases out of North Carolina for assault on a female and assault of a child under the age of 12. Also an open case for assault inflicting serious injury, strangulation, second degree kidnapping, breaking and entering, and domestic violence protection order violation. Those are out of North Carolina. Ain't nothing further.
Thank you. Yes, Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Mr. Weems went into the restaurant in this particular case and was being belligerent towards security. He jumped behind the bar, took a bottle of whiskey, and began to pour it for himself and for other patrons in the restaurant. And once he was escorted out of the facility, he was aggressive towards patrons that were there, calling them names. He left the scene, he came back, he jumped the fence, and tore the fence down. He was belligerent towards security again. When officers arrived, he was resisting and struggling with the officers. They identified him and realized that he had several warrants out. There is a bond already set, and state would agree that it's reasonable at this particular time in consideration what the court has already heard. $2,000 as to the disorderly conduct, $2,000 surety bond as to the theft by taking, $1,000 surety bond as to the criminal trespass, $1,000 surety bond, and as to the obstruction, a $5,000 surety bond. We, I believe, have already submitted to the court a NOD for the escape offense. And
Okay,
that's
oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Evans-Battle. On my calendar, I only have disorderly conduct, theft by taking, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there another charge that was filed down?
I believe there should have been a obstruction charge filed down as well.
Ms. Bridgewater?
No, sir, I just have the 3 cases.
Then I will get that file down.
Okay. Mr. McLean? I'm not sure if you're talking there to me, Mr. McLean, but you.
I am.
Okay.
They unmuted me. Thank you. Your Honor, despite the North Carolina stuff in terms of address in Odyssey, he does have Georgia contacts. His emergency number is his mother here in Georgia. His mailing address is his mother's address here in Georgia, in Atlanta, in 30318 zip code near us, as a matter of fact. So he's got Georgia contacts and won't miss court with his mail going to the Georgia address. We would ask the court to consider lowering the bond from its existing amount as much as possible. Thank you.
For each charge will be a $500 good bond. So there are now 4 charges. Therefore, that makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. Was there a stay away, Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Judge, just one moment.
So are you saying 500 on each charge, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we did find the willful obstruction, so,
Okay,
all righty.
so I'll just need to stay away.
Location for you.
Okay.
All right. So for that location,
I have it as 483 Edgewood Avenue.
yes, that is correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, stay away from the Edgewood Avenue location. I want him to have a social worker visit to assess for a BHET, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
I'm back, Your Honor. Next is position 4, Ms. Beasley.
Okay. And let me just address everyone that's there at ACDC, and for those that did come in to courtroom 2, good afternoon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar. You have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. If you do not have a private attorney, we're providing you with the assistance of a public defender or conflict defender this afternoon. if you choose to utilize their service. Ms. Beasley, good afternoon. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006702J with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
No, Your Honor, this is her first arrest.
Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Ms. McLeod case. I didn't get a chance. I might have sent it to you, Ms. McLeod, because I did send it to conflict attorneys. I did have a consent bond proposal for Ms. Beasley, and that is for a $3,000 signature sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1 release. No further violent contact with Martez Stone. We did speak with Mr. Stone. He's on the line as well. So she can have contact, just no further violent contact with him. We're proposing a 24-week family violence intervention program to go towards a diversion resolution in this case. In the alternative, if Ms. McLeod is not amenable, then three anger awareness courses. No further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And that's the proposal from the state.
Good afternoon, Ms. McLeod.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I think the FVIP is a bit much considering this is her first arrest and they are married.
Okay.
All right, so everything with the 3 anger management, you'll consent to that? To the
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so if nothing further, good luck to you, Ms. Beasley.
And Ms. McLeod, can I sign on your behalf, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that.
For some reason, I didn't get that bond amount.
I apologize. $3,000, level 1.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is position 7, Ms. Felder.
Good afternoon, Ms. Felder. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006685J with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
This is her first arrest, Your Honor.
Is this also Ms. McLeod's case?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, this is the first arrest for Ms. Felder, and as such, there is a proposal of a $3,000 sign-on bond, pretrial services level 1. We're asking for no further violent contact with Alexander Anderson. If you remember, Your Honor, we handled him earlier. He was the cross defendant. In this one, we are asking for the 24-week family violence intervention program, considering the toxicity between the two in this case. No further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And we did handle Anderson already in that same fashion.
Your Honor, we do not want it to be no further violent contact. We want no further contact. This is my client's place, Your Honor. They are not in a relationship, and she doesn't want him living there. Plus, he has some property for her, which she needs to get from him. We are okay with a one-time police escort for him to get his belongings from her place, but this is her place, her name on the lease, and she doesn't want to have any contact with him.
John, if you'd like, I can go through the facts of this one. I'll just have to pull it up.
Okay, is Mr. Ahmed still in the courtroom there? Because I believe Mr. Anderson was his case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed, let's see. And they probably taken your client from courtroom 2. But I guess I would propose that so I'm not going to allow contact on the cross-defendant case if she does not want contact. So I'm not going to allow contact for either one of them. So if we can make a modification in Mr. Anderson's consent, Mr. Rhodes, to no further contact.
Yes.
If that's agreeable with Mr. Ahmed, we'll go ahead and do that.
Your Honor, I would have to talk to Mr. Anderson about that as further, sorry, previously, our understanding was there would just be no further violent contact from the consent order.
Right. So,
My client's place, and she prefers no further contact. They are not in a relationship.
okay, but regardless, Mr. Ahmed's gonna have to speak with his client, so.
I understand.
So,
Judge, and I also believe that if she's trying to use this mode as an eviction, if they both live there, she's still gonna have to go through the legal way to do that as well.
well, somebody is, if there's no further contact, then somebody necessarily can't be at that location. So I have to make a decision as to who's gonna be there and who's not gonna be there, because regardless of the eviction process, if they can't be around one another.
Her home, her name is on the lease. His isn't.
I understand, but he might
And they're
have,
not in a relationship.
I don't have him before me, so she might say that his name's not on the lease, but he might come back up here and say his name is on the lease. So, I don't, I just can't go off what one person says, it tells me, and if I could, can we get Mr. Anderson back in courtroom too, so I can talk to him? Or so that Mr. Ahmed can talk to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So for now, for Ms. Beasley, it's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with Mr. Anderson. I'm not gonna, at this point in time, put a restriction on the residence. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
Let me apologize, Your Honor. I totally screwed this up. Jasmine Beasley is not the cross defendant with Mr. Anderson. That's Imaji. If I'm not mistaken, the cross defendant with Mr. Beasley is Imaji Felder. For some reason, I thought we were on Felder. I had the wrong bond order up. So my apologies. Martez Stone is not a cross victim, a cross defendant. He is the victim in the case. And so, given that, Your Honor, that changes the posture of everything. So let me apologize. I think I was the one that announced that we had handled his case earlier. I was totally wrong.
Okay.
Martez Stone is the victim. And I thought I saw him on earlier. And so they do reside together. And so I'm asking, well, he was fine with no further violent contact. When I spoke with him earlier, he said that he wanted contact, that this was out of character from what had happened. However, I guess she can, he's not under court order. Are we on Jasmine Beasley?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, this is Felder, position 7. We
are on Felder.
Position 4.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What about Felder? I showed that we have a consent bond with Felder with no further contact against Alexander Anderson. Now y'all got me confused now.
I think that when the judge said that it was Miss Beasley, I went back to that bond order, but it is Miss Felder and it is Mr. Antoine. It is Mr. Anderson and Miss Felder. They are cross defendants. So we're clearing it up now. I apologize, Miss Bridgewater.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so that that order stands for Ms. Felder.
All right.
Okay. All right, good luck to you, Ms. Felder.
And Your Honor, is that no further for Miss Felder, no further contact?
She doesn't want contact with him, so no
Okay.
further contact.
All righty.
All right. Next is position 16, Mr. Price.
Good afternoon, Mr. Price. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006691E with simple battery and theft by taking. Is there a history?
Yes, Your Honor, there are 6 cycles. The last arrest was out of Fulton County, October 6, 2024, for cruelty to children in the first degree. willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and reckless conduct. That is an open case under 24 PI 007385. In addition, there is a conviction from 2012 for willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and he was sentenced under first offender in 2013 for hijacking a motor vehicle, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. I am not showing a seal date for that case, Your Honor, and nothing further.
Yes, Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, in this particular case on October 25th of 2025, he was with the victim is Tyon Tai. Her first name is spelled Tiaeon, and they share a child together. The location of the incident was 1994 Bents Creek Way Southwest. They got into an argument. He took her telephone from her and was confronting her about his allegation of infidelity. She tried to get the phone back, and he kept grabbing her and not allowing her to get the phone back. He took the phone and he left the apartment. They actually had to track the phone down because it was the next day in which they actually retrieved the telephone from him. The court has already heard his history. We're asking for this particular case a $2,000 surety bond as to each count, that there be no further. Now, the victim in this case has been spoken with by our victim advocate and has indicated that she doesn't want any further violent contact, but that they share a child together. State's position is that if there's no further violent contact, there still should be a third-party exchange for visitation, that he stay away from the location at 1994 Bent Creek Way Southwest. That would be our recommendation of bond and conditions.
I see Ms. Tyon, I believe the last name is Ty, on the line. If you would like to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so. You certainly don't have to, but if you would like to, I'll need for you to unmute yourself, activate your camera, and I'll need to swear you in.
I'm okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mr. McLean.
Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Price is 33. All his contacts are Atlanta, born and raised, Georgia driver's license, Georgia Atlanta address, everything. He does not live at the incident location. Stay away is not a problem. High school graduate, works in a warehouse. We would ask the court to set a bond as low as possible, a signature bond if that's possible. If it's not, then we would ask for a $1,000 total bond.
Okay, for each charge will be a $500 good bond, makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. No further violent contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the Bent Creek address. Third-party transfer of the minor child for visitation. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Next is position 22, Mr. Smith, Ontario.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. You have been charged in case 25 CR 0067018 with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
5 cycles. Last arrest was February 9th, 2024 out of Bartow County for a probation violation. There is a 2022 conviction for disorderly conduct and criminal trespass, and nothing further.
Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me 1 second here. I'm technology issues. Cheat sheet. Oh, come on here. Your Honor, if you don't mind, if you'll go to the defense, I'll come back. I'm having some technical issues with my Microsoft Word.
I can do it for you if you like.
Thank you, Mr. Evans Battle.
Okay. And for Ontario Smith, October the 26th of 2025, he was at Case Plan Street, Southwest Atlanta. And the victim in this particular case is Miss Cecilia Glanton, and he shoved her in the doorway of the home, causing her to lose her balance and stumble down 3 steps that led outside of the home into the driveway. They've been in a relationship and living together for approximately 4 years and share 1 child together. In this particular case, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond based upon his record, and it's my understanding he had a prior simple battery family violence that was amended to a disorderly conduct, and that's our reason for it. That he would while out on bond, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, if Ms. Blanton is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. McClain?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ontario Smith, we have 2 Smiths today. Mr. Ontario Smith is 30, high school graduate, drives a truck, and in the past has also done mobile detailing. Your Honor, he's got every contact he has. He's born and raised right here. He's completely a local person. We would ask the court to set the bond as low as possible, a single bond if it is possible, and a micro cash bond of 100 if it's not, or a $1,000 surety.
Okay, it will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from her residential address. Third-party transfer of any minor children for visitation. If necessary, a one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith.
Appreciate it.
And do they need the address? I'm not sure I stated the number. It's 709 Case Plan Street.
Yes, ma'am, I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Next is position 14, Ms. McKeever.
Good afternoon, Ms. McKeever. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006698C with theft by taking.
Your Honor, if I might.
Yes.
There were 3 people that I needed to talk to again briefly: McKeever, Samples, and Walker. So if I could do that right quick, we can then address those 3.
Hey, are they? Miss Officer Milton, what did you say?
No problem. I will give him a call at courtroom 2.
Right.
Okay.
2060 exchange. Thank you.
We can go to position 5. Well, one moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, we go back to position number 1, Mr. Anderson.
All right. So were you able to speak with your client regarding the no further contact, Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, I just take down.
Okay, and was there an issue with that or not?
No, Your Honor, he just would need to retrieve his belongings. That's about it.
Okay, so we'll amend that consent order, Mr. Rhodes, to reflect no further contact, stay away, and a one-time police escort.
All right. And he will be the one staying away from the address, Your Honor?
That's correct.
All righty, will do.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Anderson.
Right, next is position 9.
I'll get you after. Do this right now. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hardy. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006700G with battery. Is there a history, Ms. Hardy?
Did you say Hardy, position 9, Judge?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. 25 cycles out of Georgia, 1 out of Kentucky. Last arrest was January 11th, 2024 for battery out of Union City, Georgia. There was no disposition listed, Your Honor. There's 1 prior conviction from 2003 for a CWAC offense and nothing further.
Evans Battle.
Your Honor, this incident happened January 7th of 2024 at 5485 Stonewall Tell Road in College Park. Officers spoke with Christopher Lewis, who was a witness in the case and actually the person who called the police in reference to his friend Wanda Skinner. Once the police were able to speak with her, she indicated that she was at Mr. Hardy's house and was making a sandwich, and he kept asking her about a Social Security card, and she wasn't giving him the information. He had been drinking all day, she indicated, and was upset. He hit her in the chin, and he pulled her hair, knocked her down, and said he was not letting her go, but that he was going to kill her. There was bruising and swelling observed by the officer to her face. We're asking for a $2,500 surety bond in this case. We're no further contact with Wanda Skinner, and if the court could order an alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, that'd be a condition of this bond as well. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to double check on one thing. For pretrial services, did they say Mr. Harvey with a V or Hardy with a D?
Terry Hardy, position 9. Was that not the right?
Okay. Was there a mention of Kentucky? A cycle out of Kentucky? My apologies.
Do you need Ms. Harvey to go back over the history?
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. No, Your Honor, we're ready.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Apologies, Your Honor. Mr. Hardy is 67 years old. He's born and raised here in Georgia. He's actually recently retired, but he was a truck driver from years 18 years old to 60 years old with his CDL, of course. He has his family here in Georgia. He has his mom. He had a daughter who unfortunately just a couple weeks ago actually just passed away. She was born in 1980. And he has a son here as well who's 40 years old and has actually 4 grandkids up through that son. He has a good address as well, Your Honor. It's his house that he's owned. He's been there for, I think, about over 10 years now, over a decade. Your Honor, he's been retired and relaxing some good amount after being a truck driver for so many years. So as to bond, Your Honor, we would request the lowest bond possible, ideally a signature bond.
Okay, will be $1,000 good bond, no further contact with Wanda Skinner, stay away from her residential address, 3 anger awareness classes, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond.
Next is 5, Mr. Bright.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bright. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006684F with battery, family violence, and terroristic threats and acts. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 2 cycles out of Georgia and 20 out of South Carolina. Last arrest was July 18th, 2025, out of Fulton County for battery, family violence. He does have 2 additional open cases out of Fulton County. Case number 25 CR 004-084 F, simple battery family violence and battery family violence. Also case number 25 CR 001-706 F, 2 counts of battery family violence. In addition, there are convictions out of South Carolina from 2022 for disorderly conduct, 2017 assault and battery. Also convictions for assault and battery from 2009 and 2004, and nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor. This event did happen on October 24th. Officers were flagged down at 2423 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Upon making contact with Mr. Bright stated that he had been riding in the vehicle with his girlfriend, Lillian Hunter, and to the credit union, and that essentially, upon finding out that she was cheating, they got into an altercation. He admitted to striking Miss Hunter with his cell phone as she was driving the vehicle. He further stated that after exiting the vehicle, that Miss Hunter threw his wallet out of the car. As he attempted to retrieve it, he indicated that he grabbed the door handle and she tried to run him over. Officers then made contact with Miss Hunter, who had multiple cuts on her face along with the bloody spots about her body, and they asked her where she had been hit, and she confirmed that Mr. Bright hit her in the face multiple times with the cell phone, confirming the injuries were sustained during the incident. She also reported that she was driving Mr. Bright to the credit union, as he stated. She said that after she was hit multiple times, she almost got into an accident while driving the car. Ms. Hunter said that Mr. Bright exited the vehicle and approached her side and attempted to physically assault her again. Fearing further harm, she then sped off from him, at that time not running him over. At the same time, while officers had made the decision that Mr. Bright was not the primary as well as the predominant aggressor in this case, and they made the decision to arrest him, he did make the comment while in front of officers that when he got out, he was going to kill that, and an expletive I'm not going to repeat on here, Your Honor. And so, Your Honor, as you heard, Mr. Bright does have 2 open cases. Those 2 open cases are before Judge Richardson. The state has already filed a motion to revoke bond because the victim in those 2 cases are Miss Lillian Hunter, the same victim that is in this case. He was ordered to stay away in those particular bond orders and did not, Your Honor. There's an emergency hearing to revoke his bond in both those cases. Well, we filed it in one case, Your Honor, which was the battery family violence, and that's actually scheduled for tomorrow. So he'll be appearing before Judge Richardson tomorrow on that bond revocation. We are asking on this case, Your Honor, for a total of a $6,000 bond, $4,000 on the battery family violence, and then $2,000 on the terroristic threats. And that's a good bond, Your Honor, and that he stay away from Ms. Lillian Hunter, have no further contact with Ms. Lillian Hunter, that he has no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and that he stay away from her residential address. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bright is 69 years old. He has been in Georgia for about 2 years, but he's originally from South Carolina. He has his good bit of family here. He has his fiance and actually his son, who's I believe living now in Brooklyn. As to his work, he is retired, but he pretty much his whole life for 38 years, he was building bridges pretty much everywhere across the United States. He has a good address, Your Honor, which he has been for approximately 2 years, and I believe lived with the country there. And several years, yes, Your Honor. And as to bond itself, Your Honor, we would request the lowest bond possible. And we would also request that it be no further violent contact with Ms. Hunter as opposed to no further contact.
Well, counsel, he already has in his other cases, is my understanding, that is it no further contact or no further violent contact in the other cases, Mr. Rhodes?
It's no further contact. I'm going to pull that bond order just to make sure I didn't make a mistake, Your Honor. Give me 1 second here.
Your Honor, Mr. Bright is open and willing to do no further contact. He'd like to retrieve his belongings from their shared residence.
I'm almost there, Judge, just to make sure that I'm elocuting correct terms on the record. Here's the order from, I believe it's from April 1st of 2025. And I am showing that it was in fact a $4,000 good bond on April 1st, 2025. And there was no further contact with Lillian Hunter, as well as stay away from, looks like that's 854 Hightower Road. In your honor, you were the one that signed that bond.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rhodes. So that means, Mr. Bright, that you are in violation of one of my orders, and it was a no further contact, so you were not to have any contact with Ms. Hunter. No contact means absolutely no contact. Certainly means that you can't be living together. But given that I've already given you a $4,000 good bond on a previous battery family violence allegation, it's going to be $6,000 on this one. For the battery family violence, $2,000 for the terroristic threats, makes for a total of $8,000 good bond. Absolutely no contact with Ms. Hunter. Stay away from her residential address. I will allow you a one-time police escort to retrieve any belongings if you from that residence. I want you to begin the family violence intervention program within 60 days of being released. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Next is add-on 4, Mr. Davis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Davis. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006711E with loitering and prowling, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and criminal trespass and damage to property. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 17 cycles total. Last arrest August 22nd, 2025 for criminal trespass and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer with Atlanta Police Department. That does appear to be an active probation case, sentenced September 11th of this year to 12 months probation. In addition, there are convictions from 2019 for sale of marijuana, also 2019 driving while license suspended or revoked, 2016 possession of cocaine, 2010 criminal street gang activity and conspiracy to commit a felony, and out of Kentucky, one conviction from 2018 for identity theft, and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor, this case does stem from October 25th, 2025. Officer Gross was dispatched to 875 McDaniel Street in reference to a property damage call. They did have the opportunity to speak with the victim. The victim is a Mr. Mark Kosling, spelled Koesling. Mr. Kosling stated that while he was away from his residence, he observed at the Ring doorbell camera a male wearing black clothing, black hat, and some shoes there on his front porch without authorization. He reported that the camera footage stopped shortly afterward. Upon returning home, what Mr. Kosling observed was that his things were out of place, like his trash can, his latch fence, which is usually closed, was actually open. He also saw damage to the window on the left side of his home. And so the damage is the basis for the criminal trespass damage to property. Officers then was able to, based on the surveillance that they had from the Ring camera, make an identification. Just so happened that the defendant was walking by as they were looking at the actual camera footage, and they identified him there on the spot. When they looked at him suspectingly, he gave chase, and they had to, in fact, run him down, but they were able to catch him on that particular day, Your Honor. You've heard the history here. Your Honor, we're asking for a $3,000 good bond, 1,000 on each of the counts, that he stay away from the 875 McDaniel Street, to have no further contact with Mr. Mark Kosling, and Mark is actually spelled M-A-R-C, not with a K. And that he has no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, and weapons while out on bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Davis is 43 years old. He has been living in Georgia since 2003. He has his daughter who is 9 years old here in Georgia as well. To support his daughter, he's been working as a certified electrician by trade for around 20 years now, whether also in Georgia and Florida. His education, he has a bachelor's, college graduate, and he has quite a bit of community ties. He actually distributes food and cleans up his community as well, with his local mosque. And he has a good address. His house is owned for about 5 years now, so he's reliable on that. As to his bond in the incident itself, as you can see, Mr. Davis sustained quite a nasty neck injury from the arrest during this altercation. As to bond, we are requesting signature bond and or the lowest bond possible, Your Honor.
For the loitering and prowling, it'll be a $250 good bond. For the obstruction, a $250 good bond. For the criminal trespass, a $500 good bond. Makes for a total of $1,000 good bond. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from his residential address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Next, we have position 2, Ms. Austin.
Good afternoon, Ms. Austin. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006690B. With your history, Ms. Harvey.
One cycle, Your Honor, out of Illinois from January 6, 2024 for a DUI. She received 12 months probation for this case, Your Honor, and nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor. As such, that is our understanding of the history as well. We do have a consent bond order that we did send over. And for Makita Austin, the terms were $1,000 sign-on bond through pretrial services level 1. We just asked that she stay away from the Greyhound bus station at this time, have no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. And those were the conditions.
Is that your understanding, Mr. McLean?
Yes, Your Honor. The conditions mentioned were within our discussion in the initial interview as well. So she will have no problem staying away from the Greyhound bus station. I'm trying to get hold of her brother so that he can provide transportation. She needs to visit Washington, D.C. temporarily, but she does have Atlanta ties. We would go along with that consent bond. Thank you. If somebody could sign my name to it, that would be great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you, Ms. Austin.
Next is position 23, Mr. Stewart.
No.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Stewart. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006705Y with simple battery family violence. Your history, Ms. Harvey?
23 cycles. Last arrest was 2013 out of Fulton County for driving while license suspended or revoked. He was convicted in 2013 for driving while license suspended, 2008 trafficking a controlled substance and DUI, in 2006 willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, 2005 purchase, possession, of control of drugs, and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. Is this Wayne Stewart?
Yes, position 23.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. As it relates to Mr. Wayne Stewart, I believe I just sent over This one was late, Mr. McLean. I sent over a consent bond in the amount of $2,000. Sign on bond through pretrial services level 1.
My colleague received that and we are in agreement with the owner.
Okay. And it is no further violent contact with Miss Brittany Metz.
That's
3 anger awareness courses. No further violations of the law. And no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
If this is Miss Brittany Metz that's on the line, if you wish to address the court, certainly don't have to, but if you wish to, I'll need for you to raise your right hand for me.
It's my understanding that our victim advocate did speak with her as well, Your Honor.
Okay, and unmute yourself first for me, there, Miss Metz.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes, you can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court?
I just want y'all to I want to let you guys know that what happened that night was an honest mistake. He's a great man. He's a great father. He's a hardworking man. He's never in any trouble. He's been trying to do the right thing, and I just think that one night was just a mistake, was a total mistake. That's all.
Okay. I appreciate you being here this afternoon, ma'am. Given that it's a consent bond, if you will get that to us, we'll get it signed and entered. Good luck to you, Mr. Stewart. You as well, Ms. Metz.
All right, thank you.
Next is position 8, Ms. Crumley.
Yes, good afternoon, Ms. Brumley. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006697H with simple battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
One arrest, Your Honor, June 4th, 2025, out of Dunwoody for theft by shoplifting. She did complete pretrial diversion for this case, Your Honor, and nothing further.
Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a consent bond for a $1,500 signature sign-on bond, pretrial services level 1, that she have no further contact with Gary Gormley, that she have a third-party exchange for the children, no further violations of the law, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. And this did not happen at the residence, so there's no stay away conditions in reference to that. And Mr. McLean has spoken with me and I've signed on his behalf.
Ms. Gormley, agreement with each and every. After my discussions with Ms. Gormley.
Okay, so that was your understanding of the consent.
That is my understanding, Your Honor. Yes, no contact, party exchange, no violations of the law, no ADW.
Okay. Good luck to you, Ms. Gormley.
Next is position 15, Mr. Powell.
Excuse me, Your Honor, before you go to that one, what was the bond amount?
1,500.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Powell. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006689F with battery family violence, simple battery family violence, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. Last arrest September 20th, 2009 for a DUI out of Rockdale County, Georgia. He was convicted on that case, Your Honor, in 2010. Just one cycle and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, this incident happened August the 23rd of 2025, in which Ms. Joanne Powell indicated that Mr. Kelvin Powell was at 410 Winds Way, Southwest South Fulton County, and she and her daughter were outside. There was a custody exchange that was about to take place. And as she led the child out to her father, the child did not want to go. There had been some prior incidents in which the child was afraid. So she took the child and was returning the child inside of the home, and he grabbed her while the child was still in her hands. And when he grabbed him, they, fell into the bushes and things of that nature, in which there was some, scrapes and bruises as a result of that. At this particular time, we are asking for a surety bond. We're actually asking case for a split bond, if the court would be so inclined to do so. $3,000 surety on the battery, a $2,000 surety on the coaching children, and $1,500 signature bond on the simple battery particular. We are asking that there be we were asking for anger management, extensive anger management for 24 weeks, that they can start on this event. And the officers at the time were able to listen to a recording where the child was repeatedly screaming and crying and saying, stop fighting. So we think that for the benefit of the family, that that would be a good condition. There would be no further contact with Joanne. There would be a third party for visitation after the completion of the anger management with the child. And that would be, and also a stay away from the 410 Winds Way, which is the address of the mother.
Thank you, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, Mr. Powell is 46 years old. His address is Atlanta. His driver's license is Atlanta. He is a coach and a teacher. His education is a bachelor's degree here in the Southeast, but his contacts are here. Even though he was born in Alabama, all his contacts are here, Your Honor. We would ask the court to consider a signature bond if possible, and if not, then a small cash bond of $100 to $150, or a $1,000 or $1,500 surety bond if a signature bond is not possible. We would ask the court primarily for a signature.
Okay, for the battery, it will be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. For each of the other charges, a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1 makes for a total of a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. I want him to complete a parenting class, no further contact with Ms. Powell, stay away from the Winds Way address, third-party transfer of the minor child for visitation, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Powell.
Next is petition 14, the Kiever.
Third party exchange, not there, but you're gonna have to figure out, you're gonna have to write a new re-examine. I don't know what I'm doing. I hold this department. Never to leave.
You ready to proceed, Mr. McLean? Just let me know.
Yes, Your Honor, I was just saying, they have a parenting app, so despite the no contact, they should be able to easily set up the new place for the third party exchange. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Good afternoon, Ms. McKeever. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006698C with theft by taking. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
13 cycles. Last arrest was July 12, 2022 out of East Point for criminal trespass. There is a conviction from 2015 for theft by shoplifting and nothing further.
Evans Battle.
Yes, October 24th of 2025, Miss McKeever went to the home of Tanisha Mathis, located at 1347 Pine Avenue in East Point, Georgia. There were packages that were on the porch of the property in which McKeever took those packages. When confronted by law enforcement, she indicated that she had not taken them from that location, that she had taken them from another location on the same street. The officers indicated that they were able to locate some Amazon packages, but the warrant was not clear on whether they were for that particular home. Our victim advocate had been in contact with Miss McKeever, and the packages actually belonged to her wife, Charlotte Battle. She indicated to us they filed a claim with Amazon to get those items returned to them. They did have some concerns and wanted the court to be aware of that she may need to have a social worker visit as well. So I've made that, but we're asking for $1,500 surety bond. No further contact with Tanisha Mathis, that she stay away from the Pine Avenue location at 1347 Pine Avenue. Thank you.
Mr. McLean?
We do not, Your Honor, with the social worker idea, the social worker visit idea. We think it would be useful. But Your Honor, we do ask the court for a signature bond given how recent her case was in 2015, and also that business in 2022, how relatively not terribly recent it was. She is applying for disability that is related to the social worker visit, and hopefully that will be granted. She is full of local contacts, as Odyssey indicates. So that is our request. Thank you.
There an issue with housing, Mr.
Yes.
McLean?
Well, to some extent, Your Honor, yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay. It will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Social worker visit to assess for a BHET and housing. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the Pine Avenue address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Next is position 19, Mr. Robinson.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robinson. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006694C with possession and use of drug-related objects and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. Arrests out of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Last arrest was May 8th, 2025 out of Fulton County for paid to appear. Appears to be on probation out of Fulton County for theft by conversion, possession of an open alcohol container. Sentence August 20th, 2025 to 4 years and 8 months on probation. Also appears to be on probation out of Tift County, Georgia for theft by shoplifting. Sentence October 30th, 2024 to 12 months probation. There are convictions out of Alabama from 2011 for shoplifting and 2009 for larceny. Also out of Florida from 2006 for reckless driving, and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Bowden.
Your Honor, this particular case happened October the 26th. He was located at 240 Renaissance Parkway. This was 2:30 in the morning, and he was, the neighbors had complained about him being outside the home, just rocking back and forth for hours. And so police intervened to speak with him. He indicated that that was his sister's home, but the officers were not able to verify that that was the situation. He had a warrant out of another county, and then search incident to that arrest, they found the glass pipe that he indicated he uses for cocaine usage, and that they also found 23 grams of marijuana. We're asking, because he has a prior FTA, for a $2,000 surety bond. That would be $1,000 for each offense, that he have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you. Mr. McLean?
40 years old. Mr. Robinson has entirely local contacts after his birth in Alabama. He's been here for at least a decade, but he's 45. So up till the end of his 30s, he was over there. But he's got a high school education, and for 20 plus years, Your Honor, he's been a cook. We would ask the court if it's possible. A signature bond, if it is possible, given that it's the and the marijuana. Thank you.
For each charge will be $1,000 good bond, makes for a total of a $2,000 good bond. I want him to have a social worker visit to assess for a BHET or housing if necessary. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, sir.
Next is position 20, Ms. Sample.
Good afternoon, Ms. Samples. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006699G with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
5 cycles. Last arrest was out of Cobb County for failure to appear in 2018. She did receive first offender in 2018 for forgery and identity theft. That case was sealed in 2024. There are 2 convictions for theft by shoplifting from 2016 and 1 from 2015, and nothing further.
Ms. Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This occurred October the 24th of 2025 at 1020 Violet Street Southwest. The victim in this case is Jared Lester. The officers indicated that when they arrived on scene, she actually had a knife in her hand, and he was instructed to drop the knife, which she did, and stepped away from it. She had indicated that she was about to use it to slash his tires. The victim has been contacted in this particular case, and he does want further contact, indicating they're in a relationship. But based on the information that we had as a prior FTA, in this case, we asked for a $3,000 surety, that she complete a surety that there be no further violent contact with Jared Lester, that she stay away from 1020 Violet Street Southwest, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond.
Mr. McLean?
Samples is 34 years old. Her mom's in the hospital. She has 5 children, one of whom is autistic, and mom being in hospital is putting her under a lot of strain. She works at 2 warehouses, doing the pick and pack sort of activity. Given the history of arrests, if the FTA knocks her out of that ability for a signature bond, we're giving her a $1 cash bond. But if it does not, we would ask the court to consider a signature bond.
It will be a $5,000 signature bond, a pretrial level 1, no further violent contact with the alleged victim, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Next is position 21, Mr. Smith. Ms. Davies.
Chris.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Can she go back to her residence?
I did not impose a stay away, so yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006693A with theft by taking. Is there a history?
Yes, Your Honor. 18 cycles. Last arrest October 20th, 2025 for driving while license suspended or revoked. That appears to be an open case, Your Honor, out of Atlanta. Also appears to be on probation out of Fulton County for burglary, sentenced in 2022 to 3 years of confinement and 7 years of probation. In addition, there are convictions from 2022 for fleeing, attempting to elude. Also 2022 willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And a 2017 conviction for drugs not in original container and sale, distribution, or possessing dangerous drugs. There's also an FTA from 2017 and nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
Yes, Your Honor. This happened October 25th of this year at 577 Wells Street, Southwest in Atlanta. The defendant is alleged to have taken 7 children's electric ride. They're property of the Norfolk Southern. And so as a result, Your Honor, of his criminal history, which shown as a total of 19 cycles, he is in fact a convicted felon. I believe he is currently on probation. He has burglary, drug, and gun convictions, several felony probation revocations, and I'm showing an open felony case for burglary. And so, given that, Your Honor, the state is requesting a surety bond in the amount of $5,000. That he has no contact with his co-defendant in this case. I believe his co-defendant is Tad Collier, Tadcollier. He is also on the calendar. And that he stay away from Norfolk Southern. I will get that address, Your Honor. I believe it's that 577 Wells Street, Southwest in Atlanta, Georgia. But all Norfolk Southern properties and campuses in Atlanta, that he stay away.
And Mr. Rhodes, what is he alleged to have taken? Is this one of those scooter things? Or is it something else?
It sounds like those electronic rides that 7 of them, and they belong to Norfolk Southern. But let me look this one up because someone did prepare this one for me. Give me 1 second. They're called intermodal trains that are a frequent target of train burglaries.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
You're welcome.
Mr. McLean?
Yes, Your Honor. Before we go further, we're human. We make errors too. Apparently, we did not catch the conflict. It really would be best if we tried to get Ms. McLeod back on today or make arrangements.
Okay. We want to see, let's see, Ms. Champion,
Yes, Your Honor.
can we try to call Ms. McLeod to see if we can get her back on for a moment?
Just to confirm. For his position 20.
The one that we're on now for Mr. Smith.
Okay, yes, Your Honor, I give her a call.
Okay, if not, I'll have to address it a different way. Mr. Smith, since the public defender is representing one of the other defendants in this matter, we're going to try to get you a conflict defender this afternoon to represent you on this.
Your Honor, also, he was with the other defendant. There were to be no further contact with each other.
Ed Collier, thank you. Okay, can we go to someone else while we attempt to get Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. position 25, Ms. Walker.
Good afternoon, Ms. Walker. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006707Y with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. Last arrest 2008 for theft by shoplifting out of DeKalb County, and that was a conviction, Your Honor. That is her only arrest, and nothing further.
Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This involved her daughter, Miss Latrice Langston, in which she.
I'm sorry, Ms. Evans, but could you give me just 1 second, please? Ms. McLeod, thank you for jumping back on. Would you mind representing position number 21, Mr. Smith here? We just realized that he's going to need a conflict attorney. So could you call courtroom 2 for him, or have either call or have courtroom 2 call you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's best, courtroom 2?
I'll give her a call.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, Ms. Evans Battle. I apologize.
No, sir. Yes, this particular case happened in which the victim in this case is the daughter of Miss Walker. Her name is Latrice Langston, and it appeared that she punched her in the face and hit her with a curling iron, causing bruises to her face and the nose area. This particular victim in this particular case is a teenager as well, so there is some concern as to her return to the home. I don't know what that circumstance is going to look like, but at this particular point, we're asking for a $2,000 bond in this case, surety bond in this particular case. We are asking that she have no further violent contact, that she comply with the Department of Family and Children's Services if there is a report or a safety plan that is put in place. That would be our recommended bond conditions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. McLean? You're on mute there.
She is 36. She has 7 children total. She is a nutritionist at a facility that houses young people. It's an administrative job, but it's also a nutritionist job, making sure they get fed well. She has some college after high school, and given the prior, we would ask the court to consider a signature bond with appropriate conditions.
It will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. I wanted to have a parenting class, no further violent contact with her daughter, comply with all the recommendations of the Family and Children's Services, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you next time. Thank you, Officer Milton. Who do we have next?
Next is add-on 10, Mr. Williams.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams. You've been charged in case 25 CR 006710E with loitering and prowling and criminal trespass. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor. 6 cycles out of Georgia and 24 out of Florida. Last arrest was March 9, 2025, out of Dublin, Georgia, for driving while license suspended. That does appear to be an open case. Also appears to have open cases out of Dublin for willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and theft by shoplifting. and a case for DUI, possession and use of drug-related objects, and possession of cocaine open. Out of Florida, there are convictions for petty theft related charges dating back to 2013, a total of 8 convictions, Your Honor, and 2011 conviction for resisting an officer, and nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking in this particular case, this event happened October the 25th of 2025, and Mr. Williams was witnessed on the property at Civic Center MARTA Station. He wasn't boarding any trains that passed by. When questioned about his destination, he could not provide one. They conducted a check and revealed that he has suspension from MARTA that was active until November the 20th of 2025. We are asking for a surety bond in the amount of $500 as to each offense, that he stay away from MARTA and comply with the current suspension that is in place.
Thank you. Mr. McLean?
Your Honor, we're in a position with some egg on our face because with the November 20th end of that suspension, if he had just waited a little longer, it's gotten a little bit chilly. That's no excuse. You know, the folks are looking for a place to stay. He's got he's residentially challenged. So we're going to need a social worker visit. He's got a 10th grade education. He is from Georgia, family in Dublin. And he's here in Atlanta now. He's 44 years old and 10th grade education, and intends to, despite his age of 44, he still has ambitions to get that GED and finish up. We had a good conversation. We would ask the court to give him a break on the bond as much as possible, and has no FTAs from the past to grant him a signature bond, enable him to keep up with his court date. He would use, with the social worker visit, we would give him an address such as First Presbyterian up on Peachtree. And Your Honor, he has worked in landscaping and restaurant.
Okay, for each charge will be a $50 good bond, makes for a total of $100 good bond. Social worker visit to assess for BHET, housing, stay away from MARTA, as long as there's a pending suspension. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Williams.
Next is position 21, Mr. Smith.
Okay, and Ms. McLeod, you've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Smith.
I have, Your Honor.
Okay, and for Ms. McLeod's benefit, Ms. Harvey, can we go back over the history, please?
Yes, Your Honor, 18 cycles. Last arrest, October 20th, 2025, out of Atlanta for driving while license suspended or revoked. That does appear to be an open case. Appears to be on probation out of Fulton County for burglary, smash and grab. Sentenced in 2022 to 3 years of confinement and 7 years probation. Also appears to have convictions from 2022 for fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer. 2022 willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and a 2017 conviction for drugs not in original container, sale, distribution, or possession of dangerous drugs, and nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Rhodes?
Yes, Your Honor. This was the one that we talked about on October 25th of this year, relating to Norfolk Southern and those electric ride cars, or those electric things that they have, Your Honor. It seems as that he was caught committing the offense of taking those. They were hidden inside of an SUV that he was in control of. Officers were able to recover those particular items. Your Honor, the state was recommending a $5,000 surety bond, that he has no contact with his co-defendant in this case, who is Mr. Tad Collier, and that he stay away from Norfolk Southern, particularly that 577 Wells Street, Southwest Atlanta address. Your Honor, and this is based on his history. He is a convicted felon. He is currently, as you just heard, currently on probation for a smash and grab that does not end until, I believe, 2032, Your Honor. 2032 by my math. And then after that, it's 10 years suspended. It's a total of 20 years to serve after the service of 3 years, 7 on probation, and then the 10 after that is a suspended sentence, Your Honor. In addition to that, he has convictions for drug cases and gun violations. And so therefore, we're asking for that surety bond on this case and those conditions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. The state just said that my client was in control of this SUV, but my understanding, Your Honor, from my client is that he was just a passenger. He didn't know anything about what was in this SUV. In fact, he tells me that the co-defendant told the police officer that he didn't have anything to do with it. He just happened to be a passenger in the vehicle. I understand that he does have some history on him, but he tells me he's not in a position to pay for bond. So I would ask, and I hear also that the co-defendant received a signature bond. So I would ask the court to consider a signature bond for my client. If the court is disinclined to do so, I would like to ask for the lowest bond possible for him, Your Honor.
Thank you. It will be $1,000 good bond. No further contact with Tad Collier. Stay away from the Wells Street address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith. Thank you, Ms. McLeod. I appreciate you getting back on with us.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Thank you. Who do we have next?
Your Honor, that's all I have. I have some announcements for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Position 12, Mr. Lane. It's going to be a MH reset.
So that'll be reset until the 29th. Okay.
Yeah, I was telling him.
Lane and Coleman, right?
And Daryl. Position 17, Mr. Ragland. It's going to be a MH reset.
Okay. And that's also until the 29th.
And also add on number 3, Mr. Coleman.
Okay. What's the announcement for Mr. Coleman?
The same, he was on mental health reset.
Okay. That'll be reset until 10/29 as well. And what about add-on 11? Did we do that one? Roderick Williams?
He was NOD, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. So does that cover everybody this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Ms. Bridgewater, whenever you're ready for us.
Okay. Once again, the reset date for the SAP calendar is going to be November 13th. Position number 1 and 2 are both consent bonds. Position 3 and 4 are consent bonds. Position 5 is reset to the SAP calendar with a total $8,000 good bond. Position 6 is reset further notice with a $2,000 SOB through pretrial. 7 is a consent bond. 8 is a consent bond. 9 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. 10, SAP calendar with a total $1,000 good bond. Position 11 is a consent bond. Position 12 is reset to Wednesday, 10/29. 13 is a consent bond. 14 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through pretrial. 15 is reset further notice with a total $4,000 SOB through pretrial. 16 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $1,000 good bond. Position 17 is being reset till Wednesday. 18 is a consent bond. 19 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $2,000 good bond. 20 is reset further notice with a $5,000 SOB through pretrial. 21 is going to the SAP calendar with a $1,000 good bond. 22 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through pretrial. 23 is a consent bond. 24 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB through pretrial. 25 is reset further notice with a $3,000 SOB pretrial. Moving to the add-on, number 1 is a consent bond. Number 2 is reset further notice with a total $4,000 SOB through pretrial. 3 is being reset to Wednesday. 4 is going to SAP with a total $1,000 good bond. 5 is a consent bond. 6 is a consent bond, along with 7 being a consent bond. 8 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $4,500 good bond. 9 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $2,000 good bond. 10 is going to the SAP calendar with a total $100 good bond. And position 11 is not on docket. Are there any questions, comments?
I have a question as it relates to Imaji Felder. Did you have that down as a regular bond or a consent bond? I don't know the number.
Was that on the regular calendar?
I believe Felder was on the regular calendar.
Okay, I have it down as a consent bond.
All right, that's the one. I just want to make sure I can send that in. That was the one, Your Honor, that there were cross defendants. And I do believe in that one, Ms. McLeod had to pick up Ms. Imaji Felder. And I did do the no further contact with the cross defendant, juxtaposed to the no further violent contact. However, I did not know if Ms. McLeod, oh, there she is, if she was in agreement of the 24-week FVIP, considering that that was the state's position on that.
I thought you would give them the option of the anger management.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't remember us addressing it on that one in particular.
Okay, I thought we had, well, I'm not sure. I don't really remember. Are
Okay.
you speaking about the married couple or the other one?
You know what? I don't think they're married, but they were together, but they're not going to be together no more. So 3 anger awareness classes work for me. Thank you.
Okay.
I can sign on your
Mr.
behalf.
Rose, have you sent those other ones to me yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, will this one here reflect what you all are talking about now?
Now, this one I have not sent. I'm about to send this, but I did make the changes that were required for the cross defendant in that one. And those changes related to no further contact, and the cross defendant would have to stay away from the address that was on the listed address. So I did
Two
make,
aren't married. It was Miss Bowden, I think her name was, who was married.
Felder and Anderson.
yes, that's what I'm talking about right now, Miss Felder.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I don't think they were married.
No, they are not married. It's Miss Beasley who's married.
That's correct.
Okay, so I have all the other consents except for this one. You're about to send it to me with the 3-day anger awareness, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Are there any other corrections or whatever?
Excuse me, could I say something?
You have to identify yourself, ma'am.
I'm sorry, my name is Cynthia McGee, and I was on this Zoom for my son Isaiah Coleman.
Yes, Ms. McGee, your son Mr. Coleman, he's been medically reset until Wednesday on the same calendar. So he was not with us today because he had to be medically reset.
Okay, so the
So he'll be,
29th.
yes, he'll be before the judge at the same time, the 2 o'clock calendar on Wednesday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
And I have one, Roderick Williams. I don't recall us presenting his case. And I don't see that he was on the regular calendar. I don't know if it's an add-on. I think the announcement was that it was a NOD, but it should have been a battery that was NOD'd, and a battery family violence should have been on the calendar. I have a case number for it.
Okay, this will be position number 11 on the add-on. So are you saying we need to address that now?
Yes.
Okay.
Courtroom 2,
I just was just brought to my attention that we didn't announce that case.
Courtroom 2, are you still with us?
Yes, Your Honor, we just need
deputies.
We just need deputies, Your Honor.
Okay, did you hear the conversation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I guess we need to see if we can get Mr. Williams and one of you all to speak with him.
Mr. Roderick Williams.
In the meantime, Mr. Rose, are you getting ready to send me that? I spoke too fast. Okay, thank you.
Got it. Okay.
Mr. George, I sent you a message in the chat.
Okay, I will take a look at it.
Thank you.
Good copy of the add-on calendar number 11. There was actually a battery that was left over, so we should address it. Yeah, they NOD'd one case, but not the other. One count, but not the other. Yeah. That's money.
Yes, ma'am, we'll take care of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
44 years old. Yeah, we didn't even begin to. Was he a conflict or private, by the way?
You interviewed.
Well, I was going to, but yeah, we never did. Yeah, we never did.
Okay, so are we gonna be able to get Mr. Williams?
What do you think? Should we be able to get Mr. Williams back in a minute? Okay. We believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we'll be in recess until Roderick Williams returns or comes, and you'll have an opportunity to speak with him.
Your Honor, that is the last case. That does complete my business. I believe that's Ms. Evans Battles case. May I be excused?
You're staying till the very end with the rest of us, Mr. Ray. Have a good evening, Mr. Rhodes.
Have a good one.
I'll see you next time.
All righty.
We're ready.
Ready to proceed, Mr. McLean?
Sir.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar. You have been charged in case 25 CR 006712A with battery family violence. Is there a history, Ms. Harvey?
Yes, Your Honor, 7 cycles. Last arrest October 23rd, 2020, out of Fulton County for abandonment of dependent child. That case was dismissed. There is a 2020 conviction for failure to obey stop sign. Did receive first offender in 2001 for theft by shoplifting. That case was sealed in 2017 and nothing further.
Ms. Battle?
Yes, Your Honor, this took place October the 25th of 2025 at 2500 Center Street, an apartment located there, in which Miss Jackie Norris is the victim in this case. She indicated that Mr. Williams pushed her into a corner and took his closed fist and repeatedly struck her in the face. The officers were able to observe swelling and lacerations on Miss Williams. The parties have lived together for approximately 2 years at that location. And I know that she has children in the home, and Mr. Williams had indicated that he feels disrespected based upon her, how she doesn't make her children accountable for what they do. In any instance, in this particular case, we're asking for a $3,000 surety bond, no further contact with Miss Jackie Norris, that he not have any contact and stay away from the 2500 Center Street. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond. Thank you, Judge.
Ready?
Yes, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, he's 44. He has worked in manufacturing production. His education is 11th grade, and given, 20 years old is an old case, but 2020 cases, we realize that is relevant, but given the relative age on some of his arrests there, we would ask the court to consider a signature bond with appropriate conditions. 2500 Center Street is her apartment. He's going to stay away. He doesn't live there. He lives and gets mail now at his mom's on Parkside in the 30318 zip code. Basically, it's very near to jail.
Okay, it will be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. No further contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from her residential address. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I believe that completes the 2 o'clock calendar. If nothing further, you'll have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next week.
You too, thanks.
You too, Judge.
Thank you.